Unfortunately, there are some real losers. There's some real losers, as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, on planet Earth. People still trying to do this kind of stuff to Teslas, to electric car owners. And honestly, I personally would have no problems if someone took a sledgehammer to some of these people, or at least just to their cars anyway. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Great to have you with us. And guys, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be testing the Xong G6 tomorrow. I've actually already pre-ordered one. If you'd like to get a free charger and do a pre-order yourself, you can do so. You can. It's a refundable deposit. I'll put a link in the description. Anyhow, I've pre-ordered one, and I'll be testing it tomorrow. It'll be the first, I believe, the first proper Australian test drive. So that's kind of exciting. I've got to get up in a few hours, about 6 hours, and drive to Sydney to test that car. Now, getting to what's going on here. The electric vehicle market has been growing, but with a lot of opposition from fossil fuel funded companies, from some loonies on YouTube, from, to be honest, a lot of people on social media that are just, I don't know why, they hate electric cars. Doesn't seem to be any good reason except it represents change, something different. And, well, personally, there are some people I know in my personal life that hate change, and they are horrified by any kind of change, very strong emotional reaction to it. Very hard for me to personally understand that. I understand people kind of being sometimes reluctant to big change, but if there's change that doesn't really affect you, that's when I don't understand the vitriol, the emotion, and doing things like this. Now, people are intentionally blocking electric car chargers, particularly Tesla ones. And in fact, they are sometimes intentionally blocking every single charger at an entire supercharger station to try and stop anyone from using the chargers. Of course, this means that people buying an EV are going to have a pretty shocking experience. And in this situation, it's like big bullies ganging up on the kid that just wants to be normal, and the kid who's smart, maybe the kid who's kind of ready for the future, the kid who's maybe financially successful, maybe they're not, maybe they're struggling, maybe that's why they're so emotional. They've lost their job because someone came along who has done more training than them, who is willing to do things differently, willing to make changes that needed to be made. Maybe that's one of the reasons, I don't know. This month alone, says Tesla Righty, 2 incidents were reported by the Tesla community members, and those stood out. One incident was reported showing 3 diesel pickup truck drivers taking 3 spots at a supercharger station in Texas. So apparently they even put the Tesla charging cables in their vehicles to try and pretend that they were charging. Obviously, you can see the exhausts. You can see that they aren't plug-in hybrids either. So they were definitely diesel vehicles, and these guys were just being dickheads, really. Anyhow, the irony here is, guys, that the owners of these vehicles probably don't have the highest IQ, and maybe they actually thought, maybe they had a few drinks and they actually thought that these, putting an EV charger in their boot tray would turn their vehicles into EVs or something like that. I don't know. Maybe too many magic mushrooms, too many drugs, maybe crystal meth. I know crystal meth is a bit of a problem. I know in the US, you guys do have still a bit of a drug pandemic. Could that be an issue here? Maybe, potentially. Now, apparently this has been happening fairly regularly at different places around the United States. Even, I know it's happened in Australia a few times as well, but it seems to be more of an issue. Interestingly, people seem to complain more about people overstaying. So what that means is you go to an EV charger, you charge, you leave, and then your vehicle is just sitting there when it's already finished charging. Or potentially you're trying to charge it from 80% to 100%, which is kind of considered a no-no because it's so slow to do that from 80 to 100. For most cars, it's quite slow. So people get very worked up about this stuff, and they will post stuff on Facebook and they'll swear and they'll get really red-faced and really angry. I can't believe someone did this. And guys, I think we need to be above that. I think as the electric car community, I think, it's important on us to be more mature than these people who are doing this kind of stuff. Let's kind of if someone does overstay their warning, if you can, try not to get too worked up about it. Just kind of, maybe a bit of education is necessary. Put a note on their car just to say, hey, mate, I need the charger. Next time, if you can, leave your number on the car. We can call you when it's finished, something like that. Now, there are apps and stuff, where they can check this sort of stuff as well. But really, I think posting the stuff that I've seen on social media from both sides, anti-EV haters and people who are getting frustrated about this stuff, maybe some people just need to stay off social media. Now, I talked to someone a few days ago who said that 10 years ago, they decided no social media. It wasn't overall, it wasn't a good thing. I'm not sure, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.